Welcome back, folks. My name's Shane. About 4 or 5 years ago or so, I purchased one of these. This is a Gibson Les Paul Special with P90 pickups, only to sell it a few years ago because I wasn't really using it that much. And I had a few critiques about it. I thought I'd revisit this particular model because it's been a while since I played it. I'm kind of approaching it with fresh ears, fresh hands, all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to give you my thoughts about it throughout this video and also at the end. Now, before we get into this video, massive thanks to Sky Music for the loan of this. They're not paying me to make this video. This guitar goes back to them tomorrow, and all thoughts about this guitar will be my own. If you can, please leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. All right, let's make some noise. Let's take a look at the Gibson Les Paul Studio up close. Now, there's a few things that makes this a little bit different. First up, we get P90 single coil pickups as opposed to the standard humbuckers or PAF style pickups you'd find in most of their guitars, or burst buckers or any other number of humbuckers. So that's cool. We still get the three-way toggle switch, so we can switch between each combination of both neck or bridge on its own. We get 2 volume controls, and as a lefty, on is backwards like every Gibson guitar. They still do that for some reason. And we get 2 tone controls. Most Gibson guitars have a tune-o-matic bridge, but this has a wraparound tailpiece, and we'll talk more about this at the end of the video. The tuners on this guitar have been really reliable. Here's the headstock up close. As you can see, the Gibson logo is upside down because yes, it is a lefty. And we get nice binding along the edge of the fretboard and nice big frets. We also get this really great hard case included with this. It's that brown Tolex one, which I'm showing you on screen. So there's a lot to like about this. These are less expensive than a lot of the typical Gibson Les Pauls that you find, at any shop around the world. If you want to check this out, I'll link it down below. And again, stay tuned till the end because I'm going to talk about a few of the trade-offs with this particular instrument, maybe over some others that you might be looking at. Let's get into it. All right, let's kick it off with some clean tones. What you're about to hear is the clean channel at my Marshall DSL 40CR via my Kemper profiling app. So I profiled all my own tones. This is neck. Now you can probably hear there's a bit of dirt on there. It's got nothing to do with the Kemper, that's just the P90 thing. So if I turn down just a hair, it's going to clean up beautifully. If I turn back up, over to both pickups. Now we're going to start with the neck volume control just down a hair for this first pass, and then I'll turn it all the way up. It's actually a pretty spanky and funky position if you just turn the neck volume control down a hair. Have a listen to this. You can get some pretty sort of funky tones out of that. It's good. Over to bridge pickup. We're going to start with the volume control just down from all the way up. Here we go. So again, dead clean, but this gets gnarly, this back bridge pickup, and this with the volume all the way up. horrible last note. If you're a jazzer, turn the tone control down a little bit, get on that neck pickup. Get some really nice warm tones. This neck pickup is inherently sort of pretty rolled out on the top end anyway compared to other P90s, but you can definitely get that nice warm sound. Over to the crunch channel on the Marshall, which is a great pairing for this bridge pickup. Let's have a listen to this. And this with the volume and tone all the way wide open. Here we go. And over to neck, which has a little bit too much low end, at least in this particular scenario, but let's have a listen. That might be my only complaint with this guitar in terms of tone. The neck pickup's got a lot more low end, and it's also a little bit more rolled out, which is more rolled out than most P90 pickups, but you can get a great tone on both pickups just by winding the neck volume control down a hair. Have a listen to this. I love the sound of this. Where I think the neck pickup really shines is for sort of solo, single note kind of stuff. Now you can definitely make that work, but if you want to EQ the neck pickup, the bridge pickup is going to sound too bright. So you kind of got to find the middle ground there, but this is a bit of solo stuff on the bridge pickup. Try some high gain tones. And lastly, over to the ultra gain channel on this amp, which totally rocks. Have a listen to this. Yeah. All right, let's wrap this video up. I'm going to give you my final thoughts on this Gibson Les Paul Special. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning, I sold my version of this particular guitar because it had a couple of things about it that I didn't love, and this only has one of those two things to some extent, and I'll talk about what that is. So this particular guitar really looks the part. It really is beautiful. It feels good to play. I love the binding. The bridge pickup sounds amazing. It really just comes alive as soon as you add a little bit of drive. So if you like to play blues or classic rock style stuff, that bridge pickup is one of the best I've ever heard. It really is, and that's one of the reasons why I ended up buying mine originally. Maybe the biggest reason why I sold my original one was because of the neck pickup sound. I don't love it. It sounds okay for the single note stuff, but it's got too much low end. It's too rolled out in the highs as well for chord stuff, especially once you start adding a little bit of drive. So you've kind of got to EQ your amp for the neck pickup, which in turn kind of compromises the tone of the bridge pickup. There's also another small issue I have with this. It kind of sounded out of tune a few times. The tuning is fine. I checked it after every pass, basically. I got a really good tuner here, and it's got something to do, I think, with the intonation with this bridge. So it's probably a little bit more fussy. I still think I prefer the traditional kind of tunematic bridge. You know, having the proper intonation there really sort of sets my mind at ease. And this is another reason why I didn't keep mine. But You know, in terms of weight, this is nice and light as well compared to a lot of Les Paul guitars. The neck is nice and chunky. I love it. I love the finish. I mean, the color looks amazing. And tuning stability, other than the fact that the intonation can cause a few problems if it's not set up correctly, is fine. Like, it just didn't go out of tune from the tuning pegs over here. So I really like that. And just in terms of the volume controls, they're still very dynamic. You turn down, it cleans up beautifully. But this is a sort of specialty guitar. I think if I was to buy another Gibson Les Paul or something similar with P90s, I would want it with a Tune-o-matic bridge, just for the sake of getting the intonation kind of spot on. But it is what it is. Some people will like the fact that it's just got this sort of wraparound tailpiece on it. But again, won't be for everybody. But let us know what you think. I hope this video has been helpful. If it has, please leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, click all notifications, and I will catch you on the next one. See ya.